Today, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a athletic full lower body session, focus on a little bit of plyos, a little bit of power work, some how I like to program strength work, and a little bit of like accessories to finish. Just going to talk you through it while I'm doing that workout too, just to show you my thoughts and all that while I'm just working out, which I think is quite good. The reason I'm doing this is because when I was younger, YouTube had a big influence on me on how I trained. Mainly, like I was searching on YouTube to see what workouts I should do and everything, and mainly what came up was more bodybuilding, powerlifting stuff. So on this channel, I'm going to try and make it more for athletes, young athletes or older athletes, just anyone who wants to become more athletic and is looking to improve their athleticism. Yeah, because that's what my goal was when I was younger, but I never really found anyone who did that. It was mainly just bodybuilding, powerlifting stuff. So I'm hoping with this channel I can show you my views and show you stuff that I wish I had learned when I was younger, or if it's just someone who's wanting to get more athletic, then these workouts and ideas can be perfect for you. Yeah, so I'm just going to take you through a lower body session today, mainly focused on, today's going to be, because it's a Monday, it's mainly a strength day, but we're also going to do a little bit of plyos to start with, and a little bit of power work as well. So hope you enjoy it, and yeah, we'll just get right into it. And now we're going to go into our more medium intensity plyos slash high intensity plyos. These are a bit in between, depends on how you do them. But so what I normally do is like a light intensity plyos, like the hops like that, then move on to more medium intense plyo like this, which is the drop jump. So what we're trying to do with these, be nice and quick off the floor and jump onto the box. Doesn't really matter how high the second box is, because we're looking to be nice and quick off the floor. That's the main thing with this, rather than actual jump height. So depends how, it does matter how high the first box is. That'll show how much force you're going to put through your body when you drop the land to the floor. So if you're like a beginner, start nice and low. I'm going to start on the 20-inch, and maybe push it up to like a 24-inch, 26-inch, see how I get on. But I don't want to like go too high, so my quickness off the floor is crap. I want to make sure I'm nice and quick off the floor, to get a nice springy feel in my ankles. So just like this, nice and quick. These are good for like helping with speed and a little bit of rhythm too. So we just want to be nice, quick off the floor. Again, we're looking to land on our midfoot towards toes rather than the actual heel, just again, keeping it slightly off the floor. With these, I'll do 5 reps for 3 sets. Yeah, so these are mainly about quickness rather than jump height. So if I was doing a depth jump, that'd be more about jump height, which is more known exercise. I like to call these a drop jump, just so there's a little bit of difference in them, because this one just all about speed off the floor rather than actual jump height, where you'd need, if you're trying to jump as high as I wanted, I'd have to have more of a longer ground contact time. But with this, I'm not really looking for that. I'm just looking for that speed to be nice and quick. Just like that. Again, another 5. Sticking with that 20-inch box for this one. Again, depending on the height of the box we're jumping off from, we'll actually decide on like if it's more of a high intense plyo or a more medium intense plyo. So I'm actually going to add a little box to it. So that's 2 like medium intensity ones, I would say, and then we're going to go into high intensity. So basically, like, that's just, I've kind of just made that up. It's just the way I like to program. The way I like to program my plyos is do a light one, medium one, and high intensity one. I just feel it flows nicely and just warms up the body more for when you go into your actual strength work and your more intense kind of power work in that. It seems to work, so I quite like it. So I'm just going to do one more set, and this will be the high intense ones, a little bit higher. Again, I don't want to be, still want to be quick, nice and quick off the floor. You felt the difference there. With the height, it felt like I was nowhere near as quick. Now I felt a bit better. I didn't feel so quick again. That's one. They didn't feel as quick because obviously it's a little bit higher. but still good. Okay. Okay, next here we're going to do the broad jump. This is going to be like a horizontal power exercise. So this is a jump exercise. I always do like a plyo, a jump, and move on to some strength work. Always like to do something athletic. And today it's going to be the broad jump, working on a little bit of horizontal power. These are good for if you can't do accelerate like sprint exercises in the gym. Because I don't have that much space here, I can't really sprint that much. So there's like been studies showing that like the broad jump, like if you're good at the broad jump, then you're quite quick off the quick away in the acceleration. So that's why if you don't have a lot of room to sprint, the broad jump is a good alternative for like that kind of stuff, for like sprint work, especially takeoff and acceleration, which is important for most, especially team sports, but most sports anyway. It's more about how quick you can accelerate. So that's why I think the broad jump's a good exercise, and it works on that horizontal power, and that extension of the hips and knees. Okay, so we're just going to normally do like between, for this day, because it's more of a strength day, we're just going to do between 10 and 15 reps. And if it was more like a power kind of day, or we were working on, that was more the goal, we do between up to like 30 reps. But because we're going to go into more strength work, we're going to do more strength work today than we normally would. We're only going to do between 10 and 15. Just see how we get on. We'll do 3 reps as warm up, just to get into it. Just gradually increasing as we go. Yeah, so if I was like, when I'm programming jumps in for people or for myself, I like to do it in more like, just do 10 to 15 reps rather than do like 4 sets of 3 or whatever. I'm just like, do your 10, 15 reps, try and get as many quality ones as you can. And if you feel like a drop off, then just stop like the exercise. So for instance, if my best was, let's say, 260 centimeters broad jump, and by like the 7th rep, I was only jumping like 240, 230, then I'd probably just stop the session, because that shows I'm a bit fatigued, which is not the point of doing this kind of work. The whole point of this work is for you to be fresh, feeling good, and actually developing that power and making you feel more powerful. But if you're doing it and you're feeling tired and you're not jumping as far, you're kind of doing a conditioning workout, which isn't the whole point of why we're doing this. So yeah, I prefer to do it in, program it in like, just do 10 reps and just rest whenever you need in between it. Yeah, so we're gonna do the first one, see how far we get. Not too bad. I like to put something down just so I know where I jumped last time and try and beat it for the next rep. Okay, so I normally rest about between 10 to 30 seconds in between each rep, just so I feel fresh for the next one. If I need longer, I'll take longer. But normally that's normally about enough. So I feel good to go again. Okay, next one, see if we can beat it. Not really. Also, it's best if you have a tape measure for these, or anything really, just so you can measure how far you're jumping. Because really that intent, that makes it a better exercise. Because if you're just jumping and you have no idea how far you're going, it kind of makes the exercise pointless, because you won't try and beat it the next rep. You want to try and improve on it each time. Knowing way to do that as if you're measuring it, so you know how far you've jumped, and try and beat that again. And I think it also makes you jump further. And the more, like if I'm looking at that thing where I've jumped before, and then I'm like trying to concentrate on it and try and beat that, it actually makes you jump a little bit further rather than having no idea where you've jumped before and trying to beat anything. A little bit better. Bad. Right. I feel like I'm not jumping as far as I did the first one. I'll normally take a little bit longer rest, and then just go so my legs get a bit more fresh, and then go into it again. After this, we're going to go into back squats. What we're going to do is, yeah, no, talk to that when we're into it. That's bad. One more. Not really my best there, but every single one was consistent. Every single one was basically like only within like 2-3 centimeters of each other. So that's one good thing, but it was definitely nowhere near as far as I've jumped before. Now we've done all the plyos and the power work. We're going to go into the main strength work. So today it's going to be barbell back squats. I'll just take you through how I do them. So to start with, just get nice and warmed up. So we'll just go into, with the bar, just go in and do 10 reps. Just get nice and warm, a little bit too wide. I also use the plates to help me get a lot deeper into the squat. I don't know if it's just because I'm tall or what, but I really struggle to squat nice and deep without raising my heels a little bit anyway. Okay, let's go for 10 reps. Don't know how much that is, but one more. Okay. Normally go for squats between 3 to 4 warm-up sets, and then I go into my working sets. So today, the aim is to do just one really hard set. So about 3 to 4 warm-up sets, see how I'm feeling, then just one really hard set, which is something I've been doing a lot of recently. Rather than doing like tons and tons of working sets, I've just been doing 1 or 2 really, really hard sets to failure, aiming for a certain amount of reps, and then just going for it. And it seems to be helping me a lot. I feel a lot stronger. I feel like my weights are going up in the exercises way easier, rather than doing like lots and lots of junk. While it's like junk volume, like if you're doing like if I'm doing like 3 to 4 sets to failure, I feel like the last 2 sets, you're not really going to failure compared to just doing 1 or 2 really hard sets to failure. And I feel like you're going to go to failure in those 2, and it keeps my motivation a bit better. Because if I see a program and it says to do go for 5 reps there. If I see a program that mainly says do like 5 sets of 5 reps, I think it's more a mental thing. I just don't really want to do that. My mind's like, just can't be bothered with it. But if I'm going to do, and anyway, by the 5th set, I normally feel fatigued and I feel like it's not a very good quality set. I need to take the weight down, and I just don't think that works very well for me anyway. If I know I'm only going to do 1 or 2 really hard sets, then it keeps my motivation higher, and it makes training time a lot quicker, which for me is good because obviously with all the football training and all that, and all the like plyos and power work I do, and it's better to keep the strength training, because strength training is only there to like make me better and make me a better athlete. It's not, my work's not all about just doing strength work. Okay, I'm gonna go for 100 for 5 reps. When I'm doing the warm-up sets, I like to try and push as fast as I can on the concentric part, so the upward part of the exercise, just to kind of end up working a little bit of speed work, and just makes my squats feel a bit better when I go heavier. Okay, I'm gonna go for 5 reps for this. First time I've done squats in ages. We'll see how I get on. I'm going to go to 120. And that's going to be my main set. I'm just going to see how many reps I can do at 120. Aim is to get 8 reps at this weight. Got 7 reps. Maybe could have went for 8. Probably could have went for it, but I felt my quad was dropping off a lot there. I felt like the last rep was basically on my toes, pushing with my toes rather than on my forefoot / heel. Yeah, that was tough. Could probably do another set. Yeah, I might do one more set. Normally I just do one, but I feel actually okay. That wasn't too bad. It was difficult, but I feel like I managed it quite well, apart from the last rep. Yeah, we'll go for one more rep. So yeah, I normally like to just do 1 to 2 reps. 1 to 2 sets of really hard sets to failure for strength work. Seems to work for me. Definitely seen progress in all my lifts from doing this. And it allows me more time, and it gives me a little bit more energy for my football training and power work and plyometric work, which is what I mainly want to focus on anyway. Honest. One more. Yeah. Okay, next up, next strength exercise is going to be the Nordic curl. This is a great exercise for building eccentric strength in the hamstrings. So what we're going to do with these, the way I like to set it up is I set it up on a bar, like on a platform, and just load the bar with tons of weight, just so I know it's not going to move while I'm doing it under it. I'm going to start off with a band, just because I haven't done these for I haven't done these for ages either. So I'm going to start with a band, just put it around myself. And then put the pad onto my heels, holding the band. And we're just going to come down, try and go nice and slow, eccentrically. Then we're going to come all the way up. So just come down, nice and slow, bench, and then up. Okay. Do one more. Okay, it feels fine with the band. Obviously the band makes it feel a lot easier. Normally I do it without a band, but just because I haven't done it for a while, get a nice little warm up. We'll start with the band. I think we'll take off for the next set. We'll put a med ball. Full range of motion in the concentric part to come back up. I'm going to add a medicine ball here, just so I can limit the range of motion, so I get less of full range of motion, so I can actually do the concentric part. A lot of people just do the eccentric part with these, but I like to add both into it. It makes it more of like a full exercise rather than just doing the eccentric. Because even if you just raise the, like put a medicine ball on you so you can actually do the concentric part, it's a little bit better than just doing one part of it. Yeah, I mean, these are a great exercise for building just really, really strong hamstrings. It'll help keep the hamstrings from getting injured a little bit more. And yeah, eccentric strength is really important. So yeah, we're going to go into it again. So this time we're going to try to do a full eccentric one, and then we're going to use the medicine ball to help me come back up in the concentric, just to limit the range of motion. Control it. Try and control it all the way down. I think the bench is big enough for me, to be fair. I'll put that there. So it helps me come up. We need to move the bench a little bit. I normally only do sets of 3 reps with these, just because I think after, like, especially for me, and I've seen with most of my clients, it's after the 3rd rep, normally the quality of their exercise is just gone way down, just because the hamstrings are absolutely fatigued from it, which is to be expected. That's why you're better just doing less reps, I think, anyway, to get the quality, especially in this kind of exercise. Okay, another full one. Just add this. Makes it come up way easier, just limiting the range of motion. Okay, one more. No, take a rest. Oh, that last set felt bad, to be honest. That last rep, actually. Yep. And then we'll just come up. Nice. Yeah, if you see that last rep was, I was not being able to control it as well on the way down, just because my hamstrings are fatigued from this exercise. Just really, it's a really high intense exercise. It's a lot of stress on the hamstrings eccentrically. So obviously, can't do too much reps with these. Unless you've got a band, you can probably do more. But when it's just body weight, yeah, 3 reps is probably my max, to be honest. I think for the next set, I'm just going to leave the ball there. So even for the eccentric part, I'm going to come touch my chest and then come up from there, rather than doing the full range of motion, just so I can get like 3 good reps in. Strings. Way easier. I might try to do another rep. These don't feel so bad in my hamstrings. Okay, last exercise, just a little bit of lateral squats. So just working on the groins, helping them get strength at length. Also just like a little bit of, it's kind of like a little bit of weight and mobility work as well with these, but also makes a little bit of strength work too. So we get nice and wide with our feet, holding the weight just out in front. I'm just going to come down as low as I can and come up. As you can see, I'm not very mobile. So that's why I like to work on these. Also helps with hips too. Only going to do 10 reps. Just trying to get nice and low as I can into them. Just going to do one more set of these. Okay, cool. So that was what an athletic kind of lower body strength workout would look like for what I would plan, what I would program for myself or for any like clients who want to become more athletic for their sport or even just for life if they're just wanting to get just improve their athleticism just in general. And that's the kind of workout I would do. Perfect for like, because it's only like 45 minutes to an hour long. It's perfect for like footballers or athletes who are in season. It's not too fatiguing, where like you're doing loads and loads of reps of strength work. It's more focused on quality reps and getting good reps in, and it's more focused on like plyometrics and power kind of work too, which is ideal for most team sports. I'm just trying to get out at least one of these videos a week. I think this week I'm going to try and get out a little bit more, but the aim is to get one of these videos out a week and then another video on another strength and conditioning subject, just whatever comes to mind or anything. If there's any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll try and answer it through a video too. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, and see you in the next one.